Hey guys, Nova Joe back again, this time with a review for Attack on Titan for the PlayStation 4. I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this out of the way first. This is a Koei Tecmo game, and for those of you who are familiar with Koei Tecmo, you know that they are very famous for their Dynasty Warriors series. So, first off, put Dynasty Warriors out of your mind. That's not what this game is. It does have a similar feel, but put it out of your mind. If you're a hater of Dynasty Warriors, just don't pass this game up just because you don't like Dynasty Warriors. Anyway, I love Dynasty Warriors, but that's beside the point. So let's move on. Attack on Titan originally started as a manga and then became an anime. And the anime is what I have seen, and I just recently, within like the last month or so, found out about Attack on Titan, so I gave it a shot and found that I really liked the series. So I watched the anime, and the natural progression was for me to go get the game. I read some reviews on this game first, and a lot of them weren't very favorable. A lot of them kind of made me wonder whether I should pick this game up or not. But anyway, putting all doubts and fears aside based on other reviews, I decided to give the game a chance for myself, and I was pleasantly surprised. Attack on Titan is a game that primarily is for the fans. I will just say that. If you're not a fan of Attack on Titan, I don't recommend you to pick this up, but if you are a fan of Attack on Titan, I think you would really enjoy playing this game. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Here's the options. You have Attack Mode, which is essentially your story mode. It takes you through the first season of Attack on Titan and does a really good job of covering the story, does a good job of laying out the groundwork for the characters and what happens. So if you have seen the anime, and that's what I'm going to be basing this off of. I have not read the manga, so I can't comment on that. But based on the anime, it does a really good job of following it. It does leave some things out, but obviously for a game of this nature, it's not going to go into that great of detail, but it does go into a lot of detail. So Attack Mode is essentially your story mode. And then you have Expedition Mode, which is essentially your multiplayer mode. It can be played online or offline. You can select from the numerous different characters that you unlock as you play through Attack Mode. So let's get this out of the way first. You have to mode to unlock these characters. You do not get them all right from the get-go. So Attack Mode has to be played if you're wanting to play multiplayer with other characters. Once you excuse me, let me go back in here. Once you do pick a character, you then pick online or offline. So in Expedition Mode, you kind of have a central hub here. Within that hub, you have a place for you to purchase equipment, a place for you to purchase different components to build certain equipment with. You have horses that you can pick for certain missions that require you to be on horseback. You also have the ability to purchase different Titans that you see as a model and then display them within your base. It does give you a lot of options to choose from here. There's a lot of unlockables. There's a lot of upgrading. You level up in your stats. You become more powerful. You earn new skills. And then you can go out and you can tackle the different missions that this game has to offer. So I will show you around here a little bit. This is just basically a little base camp. You can run and talk to different individuals, and they'll give you little tidbits of information. And then you come over here to the scout who holds your missions for you, and you just select it, and you can pick survey missions or expedition missions. And basically you start out with different regions under survey missions. You pick them, it gives you these different missions based on difficulty, and then you just play through them, and as you do, you will achieve a rank of basically, I don't know what the worst rank is in this game actually, because I've never got the worst rank. But anyway, you got like an A through S type rank system here. So anyway, within each mission, once you complete them, you will earn different type of clear rewards, S rank rewards, and dire subjugation rewards. And those rewards are what you use to purchase equipment and things of that nature with. Expedition missions, on the other hand, are missions that progressively become tougher. These are missions that really will try you as a character and will require you as an individual to level your character up, to get the better equipment, to obtain the better omnidirectional gear, the better swords. You can accomplish these tasks that are later on, as you progress through expedition, become increasingly difficult. This is where it's a lot of fun to play online with other people, and in many instances necessary. Right here is the equipment supply station. You come to this individual when you want to purchase new blades, scabbards, omnidirectional mobility gear. It's where you can modify your blades with the equipment and things of that, or with the parts that you pick up. As you can see here, I can upgrade the stats on this blade by getting some more superior gem steel, which will require me to go play some high-ranking missions to obtain that. You can then fortify your equipment, such as taking old swords and old omnidirectional gear that you have and using it to upgrade the current gear that you're using and make them better. This individual right here is the material acquisition depot. You go in here when you want to acquire different materials. So say that you're missing one iron bamboo fragment to upgrade one thing. You don't need to go and play through a mission and try to obtain it. If you have the cash, come here, purchase it, and then use that part to upgrade your equipment to make it better. Alright, now that I've shown you expedition mode, let me show you attack mode, the main campaign mode. This is where you're going to spend the early hours of the game. This is where you want to spend the early hours of the game, because this is where you unlock your characters, as I mentioned earlier, and this is where you get the story. So if there are any of you out there who have never seen the anime or read the manga, and you do want to play this game, then this is where you want to start. You definitely want to start in attack mode. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And just like I mentioned earlier, in expedition mode, in attack mode, you can select your character. However, you can only do that after completing attack mode the first time. So when you play attack mode initially, you're only going to be able to play that they give you, and they will choose for you which character that you get to use for each mission. After you have, like I said, completed the campaign one time, you can then come back in and play through it again, selecting whatever character you want. Alright guys, I want to go ahead and tell you that what you're seeing here is post-game. This is where you will end up after you have completed the campaign for the first time. So I will explain more about that here in just a few. So I want to go ahead and show you the attack mode main campaign. So as you can see here, you have quite a few different missions that you're going to play through. Within each mission, they will give you a certain character to play as. You play through the missions as that character and accomplish the missions just like I explained in expedition mode. You get materials, you upgrade your swords, buy new equipment. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really neat. Over here, after you have completed attack mode for the first time and you start the post game, which let me just go ahead and say the post game is awesome. This is something that I did not know about. I never read about this at all while I was thinking about getting this game. And the post game just surprised me. This made me feel like I was back in the old days when you actually used to get significant unlockables and you didn't have to purchase DLC to get something new. You get a whole post game which continues the attack mode and gives you new missions to undertake in the vein of survey missions, which I showed you earlier under expedition. And just like in expedition mode, in attack mode you can play these survey missions as well, and as you complete them, you will unlock new survey missions, and so it just keeps going on and on and on, and they get a bit more difficult as you play. The more difficult, the better parts you get. There's just so much content to this game that I did not know about, that for those of you out there who get this game and start playing it, if you feel like it's lacking in content initially when you first start playing, just complete attack mode and you will see that this game has a wealth of material, a wealth of content that will keep you playing for hours on end. Alright, let's go ahead and get into one of the actual missions. First off, the game is in Japanese. The subtitles are in English, but the voiceovers are Japanese. So those of you who are looking for a dub, I'm sorry guys, it's not here. I actually am one of the many people who, or I should say the minority, who do likes a dub over a sub. I just prefer hearing dialogue in my own language. But anyway, for those of you who love hearing the game in Japanese, you're going to thoroughly enjoy this. Each mission has cutscenes. It has these little story explanations that go into detail explaining what you're looking at. And I'm just going to go ahead and skip through this and get right straight to the gameplay. Alright, you got cutscenes that for the most part are taken right from the anime itself. They obviously are not the exact same cutscenes, but for those of you who have seen the anime, you will see that the similarities are strikingly the same for the most part. So anyway, like I said, I'm skipping all these cutscenes. Don't want to give away any of the story to anybody who has not played through it yet. Alright guys, let's look at the controls. The controls will take you a little bit of time to get used to. You use square to use your omnidirectional gear. X button jumps, and triangle is what you attack with. Just like in the anime, you'll be landing on roofs, and if you're on the ground, you're at a very bad disadvantage here. Within each map, there are soldiers that you can go up to and enlist to aid you. And so as you're going about attacking enemies, you will come across these soldiers. So enlist them, and then they will help you as you fight. Alright guys, let's go get a Titan. When you first see a Titan, you have to hit R1 to lock onto him. After you've locked onto a Titan, you will then have to select a body part to attack. So you have arms and legs. So as you can see here, this individual has 4 spots, or 5 spots. You can go for the nape, which is the kill spot. You can go for the arms, legs, which will disable them. So let me give you an idea here how this works. So we're going to fly up in the air, going to dash towards him and cut his leg. His leg has now been cut off. He is now much more susceptible to having the nape of his neck hit. I'm going to go ahead and chop it. Oh no, he got me. Once you're captured, hit your triangle button and you will escape, or your enlisted soldiers will assist you by hitting him, and once he's hit, you will be free. You won't be in his grasp anymore. So now we're going for the nape, and he is dead. Alright, that is primarily how the attacking works in this game. Now, also, many of these Titans will come with these little material spots on arms and legs. If you cut off the arm or leg that has the material spot, you will get that material. So it's definitely worthwhile to try to cut off any limbs that have those spots. Now this guy has one right on his leg, so as you can see here, I'm going for it. And material acquired. Now that he is weakened and in a much more susceptible state to having his nape cut, you just go right up, cut his nape. He's done for. You have items you can use within battle. As you attack enemies, you're going to need to replace your blades. You're going to need to replace the gas that your omnidirectional gear uses. If your health gets in bad shape, you're going to need to use the health item. Like I said, the controls take a little getting used to, but once you get used to them, they're second nature. So, let's go ahead and talk about some of the cons. The one thing that I found to be true when initially playing the game is regarding what other reviewers had said. It does get very repetitive, guys. You're going to be doing a lot of the exact same thing. You're going to be flying through the air looking for different Titans to kill, and once you kill them, you're going to rinse and repeat many times. So this is where your mileage will vary depending on how much you enjoy repetitious gameplay and how much you enjoy Attack on Titan. When I first started playing, when I first started playing Attack on Titan, I kind of agreed with the reviewers. I was like, I'm getting bored. I've done this repeatedly, over and over and over again, and I was not enjoying myself as much as I had hoped. However, a lot of my enjoyment came later after completing attack mode, and I saw everything else that opened up. And then I saw the wealth of weapons and the wealth of gear that I could acquire. So if you guys are completionists and you like to new weapons, new gear, you enjoy doing things like that, you will have a lot of fun. And I am one of those people. I love getting weapons for a game. I love getting the different gear. And so for me, this game actually became more enjoyable in the post game. So I enjoy this game. And those of you who like Attack on Titan and don't mind repetitious gameplay will probably enjoy this as well. And those of you who are completionists like myself, you also will probably enjoy this as well, because there's a lot of things to accumulate, a lot of things to gather. So that's pretty much it for gameplay. Alright, let's talk about the multiplayer aspect of this game. This game has online multiplayer, which will allow you and 3 others to take on survey missions, expedition missions, and basically take on the task of slaying these titans together as a team. And it's a lot of fun. I've played quite a bit of the online, and I've had a good time. I've had a really good time because you feel like a team. You actually kind of feel like you're in the show because you're working with a group of living individuals who, when you're in trouble, there's nothing better than the sensation of knowing partners is coming to your aid. It's a great feeling. It has a great sense of camaraderie, and it just really adds to the enjoyment factor of this game. Okay, so I'm sure y'all wonder what my final verdict is on this game. Initially, it was kind of fun, but then did get repetitive until I hit the post game. And once I got into the post game and started acquiring better materials, started taking on different missions, starting getting new gear, I really saw what this game had to offer, and I really saw what they were going for. This game isn't super challenging. It is not super. There is not a ton of difficulty in the initial goings on. However, in expedition mode, it does get tougher, and there will be missions that will feel to you like you are going to require some multiplayer assistance. So you may actually want to try to go and see if you can hook up some time with other individuals to play the game with. For me, this game just got better and better the longer I played it. Like I said, new equipment, new swords, new materials to go gather, and I actually was getting excited as I would see new material pop up that I hadn't seen before, because I knew that if I was getting new material, that meant new gear was coming around the corner, and I was probably going to be getting something really awesome. So, guys, if you've never played Attack on Titan, you may not find the enjoyment in it that a fan would. But if you're looking for a solid action game with a lot of content, give it a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Fans of Attack on Titan who enjoy a good action-adventure game, who like collecting things, who don't mind repetitious combat, thus Dynasty Warriors fans, guys, pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. This game is still currently $60, and I feel that this game has $60 worth of content, unlike a lot of other games. Like I said, you got post-game content. You got a ton of weapons already. There is DLC you can purchase that will give you even more missions than you already have. I have already sunk hours into this game, and I'm still ready to sink some more. So guys, there's my 2 cents on this game. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it's given you some insight into whether you might actually want to purchase this game. So, as always, guys, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming.